I clicked the wrong thing. Are you surprised I clicked the wrong thing? Seriously. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Weekend Preview. I'm Darkside Phil, and today is November 29th, 2015. It is a lovely Sunday night, and we are very closely approaching the end of 2015. Yes, if you can believe it, and I know I say this all the time, but time freaking flies, man. 1 month left until this year wraps up, and of course, undoubtedly, everyone gives their ideas on what was their favorite game of the year and stuff like that, and we get into high gear, getting ready for next year's new releases, and from what I've seen, next year, 2016, looks like it's going to be a great year with a lot of the games that were supposed to come out this year all kind of getting delayed. Plus, there's actually a few games this year I didn't get to that I'm thinking of playing next year, but we'll get to that when we get to it. That's not the purpose of this video. This is the Weekend Preview. And so what I want to do, obviously, like always, I want to let you know what I'm going to be doing this week, whether it's going to be new games, special events, ongoing playthroughs, yada, yada, yada. And this week in particular is going to be a mishmash, and in particular this is going to be the final week of the year where I'm going to be playing a brand new game. After this week, pretty much everything I do from now till the end of 2015 is going to consist of an ongoing playthrough that I'm trying to complete, or it's going to be a year-end series, which are going to be starting in just a couple of weeks. In fact, about 2 weeks or so, I'm going to finally sit down and start writing and working on my year-end series, which is going to be a lot of fun in my opinion, because I now have better editing software, right? I've been using Adobe Premiere Pro all year, and I think that my reviews and all my edited videos have looked tons better since I upgraded, and I'm very much happy and looking forward to using this editing software in the videos to make them a lot better for you, okay? And just to give you a quick preview, I know I talked about this already on the forums, but I'm going to have things like the worst games or slash most disappointing games of the year. I think I'm going to say most disappointing games of the year because I think that's a better way to say it. Obviously, my Game of the Year awards countdown, but also my favorite playthroughs of the year, which might not necessarily have been the games that I felt were the best new games because I played a lot of older games this year as well, and I think that the playthroughs were really great. I'm going to be doing things like the best and worst things that happened to DSP Gaming this year, because there was tons of great, awesome, positive things and some negative things. And honestly, at the end of the year, it's a great time to look back and retrospect at the good and the bad and see collectively, wow, look at all the stuff that happened this year that a lot of people might not realize, right? And there's going to be other stuff too, the fan voted funniest moments, which I wanted to specifically bring up right now, because in about a week, I'm going to give it about a week. I'm going to be creating the polls on the kingofhate.com forums where you, the viewers, can vote on what you think are the funniest moments that happened this year. Now, I want to forewarn everyone, because this happens every year that I do this. I do this, right? And I say, you nominate the funny moments on the forums by posting up what you think was funny. Here's a playthrough, here's a video, and even if you have it, the timestamp of the funny moment, okay? And I sort through those dozens and dozens that I get. Typically in a year, I get around 50 to 100 suggestions. I think this year I have around 30 or 40 suggestions to go through already. And I narrow it down into, say, a couple polls, and people vote. And then undoubtedly, it's funny, but some people, well, what happened to this moment? Why wasn't this moment in it? I don't understand. Where was this moment? I don't agree with this. Well, you have to nominate and vote. You know what I mean? Like, it's fan voted. Fan nominated, fan voted. The point is that you, the viewers, nominate the things you found funny this year, and then you vote on them. So I wish, if you want me to make my personal favorite funny moments, great, but that might not necessarily be what the viewers found funny, and that's why I don't want to do that. I'd rather have it be interactive with you. It's cool. It's give and take that we get to do this interactive series at the end of the year, and it sucked that last year I couldn't do it because of bullshit, so we get to do it again this year, and I'm really excited for it. So, what I'm going to do, in the description of this video, I'm going to put a link. It's the thread to nominate the funniest moments. I'm going to leave that thread open for about 1 more week. So please, if you've been watching my videos all year, if you've been watching my videos for a week, whatever you found really funny, please in that thread post up the game, the part number of the playthrough, and if possible, a timestamp. Even some people have direct linked the videos, which was very helpful too. Not that you absolutely have to do that, okay? And put it up there. And what I will be doing at the end of the week, hopefully, if we get it, if everything works out fine, I'll be closing that thread. I'll be reviewing that information and forming several polls, which I will now let you know next week about, so you can vote on them, okay? So check out the link, nominate. That's going to be an awesome thing going on this week, okay? So, gameplay-wise, what can you expect this week? Well, tomorrow is a huge day, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, in fact, I'm going to go get it, because I'm actually going to be picking this up in a second anyway. Tomorrow, for the very first time ever, I'm going to be doing a music game. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Rock Band 4 for the PlayStation 4. Yes, I'm going to be doing this now. I've never done a music game before. The major reason I never done a music... This is actually working good. I've never done a music game before because of copyright/content ID risks on YouTube. The fact that if I went to play a game like this fully, chances are I'd get content ID matches, and therefore all advertisement rights would be taken off the videos. The fact that they might even be content or copyright flagged, which means that not only will I get a strike against my channel, but you won't even be able to hear the audio. Gee, let's see Phil play a fucking audio game, you know, music game with no sound. What a great idea, right? That's why I've never done it. However, thanks to the patrons in the month of October, so thumbs up to the patrons for October who all pledged to my Patreon account, we hit a set goal, and I said, since we hit this goal, I'm going to take a day away from all the new games I've been playing, and I'm going to play Rock Band 4. The way I'm going to do it is a marathon stream, and what that means is I'm going to be playing roughly starting around 12:30 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, and going until, we'll estimate 6:30 p.m., maybe later, 7:30. It depends on how much fun I'm having. My voice, obviously, if I'm singing all day and playing this, because I am planning to do both guitar and vocals. I'll probably start slow, just do guitar, until I get adjusted to the game, because I haven't played Rock Band since Rock Band 2, which was a long time ago. And then I'm going to do some vocals, and then maybe I'll mix it up and even up the difficulty, yada, yada, yada. Already I'm getting questions from people, are you going to be buying additional tracks? Well, I've heard that they're $2 each, which is like, that's freaking pricey, man. $2 for a song you can't even listen to outside of the game. So we'll see. If I absolutely hate the track list, maybe I'll drop a few bucks to get a few songs to play. But for the most part, I'm going to be going through whatever the campaign is of the game, which they typically have where you unlock set lists and stuff. First at probably the normal difficulty, and then I'll up it to a higher difficulty and go from there. And so it's going to be a marathon of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I do. I've never done this before. There will be face cam. Okay, so you're going to see me here playing the guitar, singing and stuff on the couch. I might even try to position the camera more zoomed out like it is now, so you can see me like, dun, 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 you know, playing the guitar versus it's super zoomed in and you can't really see it. We'll see what happens, all right? That's kind of what I want to do. And that's going to be fun. I'm having a lot of fun just even thinking about it. I think it's going to be, no matter how it goes, even if it's a train wreck, I think it's still going to be funny. And it's going to be one video, meaning it'll be one stream, and that stream will be made live on YouTube as one video. So God forbid the thing gets flagged out the wazoo, it's only one video. So it's not like I'm going to get 42 copyright strikes against one video. If I get a copyright strike, it's down, the video's down, and that's it. And okay, I'll probably get it cleared up because I'm for sure it's going to be nonsense and bullshit. Do you really think that, so a game, just think about this. A band that licensed their music to be in Rock Band 4, the game was sent to me as a promotional copy to play to give free advertisement to the game. Do you really think they want to copyright strike someone playing the game? Probably not. But YouTube's system is an automated piece of crap and will more than likely do it anyway. So if it happens, it happens. It's only one video, so there's no risk to the channel, and it's business as usual after that. So I hope you will turn out tomorrow for the Rock Band Marathon. I'm looking forward to it. Good things, I think, okay? And in fact, literally, as soon as I finish filming this video, I'm going to install Rock Band 4, the games in here, on my PS4 and make sure that everything's working properly, okay? Tuesday, we've got the final new release of the year. Just Cause 3. And I know I just said the final new release of the year, and some people might be saying, but that's not, like, there's other games coming out. What are you talking about? It's technically the final new retail release of the year that I'm playing. I'm fully aware there's games like Rainbow Six Siege and Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm not playing them now. Because right now, just think about how much I'm in the middle of right now. I'm playing Fallout 4 pretty actively still, right? I'm now playing WWE 2K16. I've started playing it again. I got to try to get that viewership back. I got to get people who like the WWE stuff to come back after me only playing it twice in the past month. I have to get them used to me playing the game again. So I have to play that a little bit more consistently, okay? I'm going to try, and I know this is a promise that I'm not going to make because I don't know if I can keep it. I'm going to try to play more Disgaea 5. I don't know if or when I'm going to actually get to play it, but I want to play Disgaea 5 over any other JRPG because I already started it. Why should I play Xenoblade Chronicles X when I'm already in the middle of a JRPG? That would be really silly. So I don't want to start something new before I have a chance to finish something I'm in. So you got those 3 games plus Just Cause 3 going on. Then, within a couple weeks, it's no set date for it yet, the final DLC for Batman Arkham Knight called, oh god, what's it called? The Season of Infamy. That's being released, and yes, I bought the Season Pass for Batman Arkham Knight. It has been terrible. Besides the first piece of content that came out way back in, what was it, July? It was called The Matter of Family. It was with Batgirl. They've all been crap. People have said, Phil, you going to play them? And then the day they come out, Phil, don't even bother. It's a 10-minute DLC. or it's a map pack, it's a skin pack. There's nothing that you want to do in this DLC, and it's been like that every month. So finally, the actual story-based DLC is supposed to come out in December, and I will be doing that. But outside of that, it's going to be me finishing up these projects. I am going to be continuing and returning to a few things, such as I do want to do at least one more session of Assassin's Creed Syndicate to finish off that endgame content that I never got to. I'm dying to do that because I want to see kind of the secret stuff at the end of the game. There is a possibility at one point I will be playing more Call of Duty. I do want to kind of see the end of the zombie map that I never got to see, and possibly do more multiplayer in it because I never got to play too much of it. And of course, like I said, I'm going to be playing Just Cause 3. Anything that I finish along the time, so let's say I finish Fallout 4. Okay, I might review it. What if I actually get to do that endgame content of Assassin's Creed Syndicate? Okay, then maybe I'll review Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But the thing is, I haven't really reviewed anything because I haven't played anything to completion. I played Halo 5, I didn't play all the game modes, can't review it. I played Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but didn't technically see all the content of the game that's unlocked, so I didn't review it. Same thing with all these games I'm playing now. I didn't do everything, so I can't review them. And that sucks. I know people, what happened to Phil's reviews? I'm not giving myself, let me re-speak, because I'm my own boss, ultimately, it's my fault. I'm not giving myself enough time to finish up the content of each game to be able to review it fairly. So I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to until I am. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to finish up stuff, and I will be able to review it, all right? And then, of course, starting mid-month, like I said, we're going to start with the year-end series, and I'll decide what order I'm going to do or whatever. So that's coming, too. So it's going to be an eventful month. You're going to have continuing and finishing games, Fallout 3. Just Cause 3 starting this week, and we'll be continuing and hopefully finishing by mid to late month as well. Some reviews, hopefully, and the year-end series, plus the ROCK-A-THON tomorrow, okay? So that's pretty much it for this week, and what to expect at least into next week. I will have more information for everyone next week on what to expect in particular in that week. I will say this, last night by surprise, I did release my Christmas tree trimming / vlogs, where I put up my Christmas tree. Leanna and I both did it, by the way, and we also decorated our house this year for Christmas a lot more than we usually do, now that we're settled in a little more, and we had all these decorations from last year that we're like, wow, let's actually use them this year. And the house looks great. The vlogs, in my opinion, are pretty entertaining. People love these because they watch them every year. Every year, I've always done a Christmas vlog series. So please check it out if you had a chance. I know a lot of people didn't because they were like, wow, I thought you were doing this later. And then I ended up doing it earlier. My schedule this past week was really hectic, and I apologize. I've been real stressed out because of some certain things that have been swapped around and switched around. I'm going to try to get back onto a normal schedule this week for everyone, okay? Last but not least, all right, two quick things. Number one, Patreon. There's only 1 day left to pledge to my November Patreon. I'm purposely putting this at the end of the video because people always complain that I talk about it too early in the video. 1 day left. Right now, if we hit the goal, remember this month we're doing this because I hit the goal last month. Next month, what I would like to do if we hit the goal, all right, is do a special marathon again, but this one's going to be patrons' choice, okay, where the patrons are going to vote. Do you want to see me play Crash Bandicoot 3, Conker's Bad Fur Day HD, or Banjo-Kazooie HD? All three are games that were actually highly requested and asked for this year, but I never got to them. So I'm going to be doing a marathon-style stream of those at the end of December. It'll be a perfect way to kind of end the year. Wow, cool, awesome, interesting, and different kind of marathon stream. Not really like what I kind of have done earlier this year where I've done this music, I did Halloween, I did indie games. It'll be something different, especially if a rare game is picked. So for a $5 pledge this month, you get to actually nominate, and, well, not nominate, excuse me, you get to vote on one of those three. So check it out, patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Right now, some people are saying, are we going to hit the goal? I don't know. Because the deal is, from the amount that's been pledged on my Patreon, it looks like there's a possibility. If every possible pledge that's been pledged goes through and there's no troll pledges and there's no one that gets declined, we'll hit it. But if there are people that get declined, which typically there's around 20 people of everyone who pledges who get declined, if people reduce their pledges at last minute, which I think some people will overnight because they'll realize, oh man, I had a large pledge last month, I need to reduce it this month. If that kind of stuff happens, it's very uncertain. We're not like over the amount where it's guaranteed, and I don't want to do what I did in September where I promised everyone all month, oh yeah, we already hit it, and then in the late month, all of a sudden the number went boop, and I was like, oh shit, we actually need people to like pledge a lot last minute in order to hit the goal. I don't want to do that. So I'm telling you right up front right now, with a day left, it's uncertain. So if you haven't pledged yet, if you're looking to pledge, if you want to help me keep doing this full time, especially tomorrow, let me put it this way. So if you're really uncertain about pledging to Patreon, watch the ROCK-A-THON tomorrow. Watch it. and say, geez, this is great. Or, I don't like this. If you like it, if this is the kind of, wow, this is different, something outside of Phil's comfort zone, and he does this as rewards for the patrons, then pledge. And if you're like, well, I don't really like it, well, then don't pledge, right? I mean, it's fair enough, right? If you want the special event to happen, pledge. Or, of course, keep in mind, it's not just about the special events. There's also perks such as I'm about to roll a very special thank you clip, which is thank you to people who pledged only $1 or more to my Patreon in the month of October. So you can get your name in there. You get a verbal shout out on a show like Ask the King. You can get your questions answered on Ask the King. You can get a private Q&A video. Made lots of stuff. I actually made a private Q&A video this past week. I took a little bit of time out on Thanksgiving because it was sent to me, but the day before Thanksgiving. This guy had pledged to me in October, and he said, Phil, my girlfriend's birthday is on Thanksgiving. Now, I'm not asking you to, to go crazy, but if you could make the video soon, and I could give her the video, because this video is actually for her. Here's her question. And I did it. The guy was like ecstatically happy that I did it on Thanksgiving. Apparently, he had showed it to his girlfriend on Thanksgiving, and she was like to the moon happy that I had done this on that day. Listen, if I have time to do it, I'll do it. And I did. I did it for him because hey, it was Thanksgiving. I actually had a lighter day. And I said, I'll do it. And that's the kind of attitude I take for the patrons is, listen, if you're going to go out of your way to help me keep me doing my business, I'll do what I can. You know what I mean? So that is the cool stuff that happens with Patreon. It's not just these events or whatever. And listen, I just want to say this up front too. If you cannot pledge, if you can't afford it, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. My content will always still be free. My content will always still be here on demand on YouTube. I'm not doing anything behind hidden paywalls or whatever. I'm not doing, oh, you can only access this podcast with money. No, I don't do that. I know other people do it. People were staunchly against it when I started with Patreon earlier this year, and I don't want to do it. So I'm happy that it's been successful every month. Fingers crossed we can hit the goal tomorrow, and hopefully you'll like the ROCK-A-THON. All right? All right, so that is it. And without further ado, special thanks to these patrons who pledged in the month of October who made all this possible. Peace out, everyone, and I'll see you for all the new gameplay content this week. Have a good night.